If you feel like you've been shit on more than Johnny Depp's side of the bed and you need some uplifting, go to www.NTTFGPOD.com and subscribe. I'm Rock.
And I'm Archie.
Well, our opinions, they might not matter to some, but...
What are you doing in there?
It's a podcast.
Immature, crass, trashy. And those are their good qualities. These poor schmucks are a couple of IQ points away from eating paste. But when it comes to music, sports, and comedy, well, that's all they know. You're listening to
Not These Two Fucking Guys.
Not These Two Fucking Guys podcast.
There he is.
I got to say, if anybody ever asks me what your best quality is, they say, Rock, your best friend Arch, what's his best quality? Okay. I'm going to say he has his fucking shit together. That's what I would say. I would be honest with him. He has his fucking shit together.
And why is that my best quality?
It's because it's what you exude.
Really?
It's what you are. Like, when I think of you, I think of, man, there's somebody who has his fucking shit together.
Well, some people say different, because some people say that my best quality is my bald head.
Oof, that's one. Yeah, listen, let's be honest. It's a nice fucking dome.
Well,
it's a nice dome.
Do you know nowadays that, according to theguardian.com, calling a man bald is kind of sex-related harassment?
Yeah, it's like you can get. I think in the UK you can get in trouble, right, for fucking calling hey, your bald head.
Oh yeah. In fact, there was an article saying that someone called someone a bald cunt.
And bald was the part that was offensive.
and exactly, they didn't care about the cunt part; they care about the bald part. How fucked up is that? So if you're bald,
it depends on where it was. I think in like England and Ireland, cunt is a term of endearment. Oh, look at this guy! What's up, you fucking cunt?
Now, if someone calls me, hey man, you're fucking bald, like, should I take offense to that?
I mean, you are.
I am. So listen, sir, ma'am, me being bald is a fucking choice. I could have a U-Hawk. I could have a fucking mullet with nothing going on top. No, I choose to shave my entire fucking head. Therefore, I'm bald and proud. So if I said to this man or woman, I said, I choose to be bald, you choose to have a fupa.
Ooh, listen, I think, I'm probably never going to head up an HR department, but I think listen, nothing's off the table, I think, right? You're just stating facts.
Oh, this fucking world. How fucked up is this fucking world, bro? Bald is offensive. I'm offended. You called me bald. I'm offended.
No, I think you should be offended that being called bald is offensive. Right? Think about that. It's fucked up.
Oh, Rocco, where are we going in life?
To fucking hell. The hell, buddy. Hell in a handbasket.
Adult entertainment icon Logan Long has died at a Los Angeles hospital after a battle with pneumonia at age 34. Do you know who Logan Long is?
To quote Conor McGregor, who the fuck is that guy? No idea.
Well, he's a pretty famous porn star, and it seems like
Double L?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
He pretty much the porn industry is a little upside down today, knowing that Logan Long has left the building. But there was something in this article that I read real quick that struck me, that I thought that a little, I'm not going to say funny. It's not funny if anybody passes away, but it's just, I guess a morale type of thing. May I read this to you?
Please do.
One of the articles, one of the quotes in here was Long said, "Being a porn star was a dream come true. I always knew that this is a good profession for me. I've owned 2 businesses in the past, and I just really didn't feel like doing them anymore. Just wanted something in my normal everyday life, which is sex. And I felt like getting paid for it. I do it."
That's a shame. I mean, listen, it's a shame. We're not, somebody obviously passed away. What was he? I mean, sounds like a young fellow. What was, they say how?
Pneumonia. It was a battle with pneumonia, but like, they don't go into it. I mean, did he have any underlining issues? COVID, fucking, did he have a disease?
Or maybe underlying issues.
What did I say?
Underlining. You really, seriously, you're fucking Christ. How many people do you think talk to you throughout the day? And I correct you in everything you do. Yeah. How many people talk to you throughout the day and be like, man, that Archie, dumb motherfucker.
that Archie, nice guy. So stupid.
You're putting that fucking Bloomfield High education to use, sir. BHS. So
going back to it, do you think if we had a chance to do it again, would not go into the porn industry? I mean, I'm okay downstairs, but I don't think I'm film worthy. But
yeah, it's
is it a normal everyday, like if you like sex that much, I guess being a porn star is something that you would want to do as a profession. I mean, I look at it like, yeah, being a porn star, you have to be, it's not just like, yo, yeah, bro, I'm going to go fuck chicks. It's not that. I mean, you have to fuck on cue, which we know, sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. So there's days that you go to work, right? And you're like, oh, I don't want to fucking be here. I just don't want to be here. Like, how about going to work and whipping out your dick and saying, action? I don't know.
We actually should have brought your sister in for this one. Didn't she used to be a fluffer? Or back in the mid '90s? No.
Oh, sis.
No, man. I wouldn't. That would be something I would never get into because I feel like right, wrong, or indifferent. I feel like once you do that, people don't take you 100% seriously anymore if you're trying to do anything else.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's a definite a negative stigma that goes along with it. But by that, listen, if that's what he wanted, his life dream to do that, and he loved doing it, and why not, right?
You could practice yourself and put a camera in the bedroom, If you put a camera in the bedroom, would you do a play-by-play? Would you critique it? Would you John Madden that shit and put a fucking marker and say, well, he could have went to the side.
Here's a guy when he
if he only came in here.
If you whip out the telestrator, yeah, then you'd see critiquing what you're doing right or doing wrong. Actually, that's pretty fun. Listen, you could probably that's a good plot for one right now. No.
I think if I put a camera in the bedroom, the fucking tape would wind up on like a site like
holy
saying, like,
fuck, that bear's attacking that poor girl.
Woman in New Jersey attacked by a wombat. I honestly think it would go on a fucking site and it would be like, oh man, there's another bear sighting in fucking northern New Jersey.
So my question is, how do porn stars make money nowadays, right? Like 20, 30 years ago, you made a movie, it was on a tape, DVD. Like now it's just fucking everywhere. So how do they actually make money?
I know. I don't know. It's a good question. We should get a porn star on our podcast and ask them.
We should reach out to our boy Tyler Goodjohn.
Yeah.
See how his budding porn career is coming along. I guess nowadays he was trying to get people to go to his OnlyFans and that kind of shit, but who knows?
If you look on porn sites, there's so many like amateur type of videos with like they don't show their face. Hey, listen, I got a tattoo of a rose with Sarah going through it. Nobody will ever know it's you. But I'm not going to show my face. I don't know. It seems just like everything else in the world. It's a lot of DIY that, like, the Joneses next door couples could start their own porn channel, and I don't know, man. It's like, what about like the true blue OGs of porn that like, well, wait a minute, I started, I mean, I know you only got like a certain life expectancy in this.
All right, the story you told and saying that expression doesn't really fit well today.
Oh, fuck you.
Fucked up. Yeah, well, listen. Anybody, I feel like today, anybody can be a fucking musician. Anybody can be a fucking porn star. Two assholes can start a fucking podcast. It doesn't make a difference. It's like everything. I feel everything is so fucking devalued and watered down and oversaturated.
Yep.
I don't know. But, again, never heard of this guy. You say he's a famous porn star. But then again, how many do you know as far as like the fucking Ron Jeremys of the fucking world?
They all can't be Peter North.
I don't know who that is either.
You fucking know who he is.
Oh, wait. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Fucking...
Hey, is he the guy with the really big... Yo, I know I'm late to the game.
Yep, always are.
There we go. I know I'm late to the game and I'm not fucking discovering nothing. But
I'm not discovering nothing.
But I have to say, you told me about this show years ago, and I'm not really a big fucking episodic television watcher. It's not like baseball, wrestling, bullshit. But having some downtime and watching Modern Family.
Oh.
What a fucking terrific show.
Jay.
What a terrific show.
Oh, Jay. The fucking dynamic between all the characters. Before we get into this, I'm going to have to go out on a limb and say Phil, the father, is my favorite.
I'm gonna agree with you. He's pretty awesome. So whoever hasn't watched it, I think I'm the last person in the world to watch it. But so you have Phil Dunphy and his wife, 3 kids.
Mm-hmm.
His wife, her dad is Ed O'Neill, who plays Jay Pritchett, who has a much younger wife that's probably the same age as his kids. He has a gay son named... Wow. Oh, my God.
I just remember, like, the best is, like, when they talk to the camera.
Yeah.
And, like the father would go, Phil, he would be like, so they've asked me to fill in.
Oh, the son's name is Mitchell, and his husband Cam. They have a adopted daughter, Lily. Basically, those are the stars of the show.
Yep.
It's told from like a almost like a third person perspective. It's like they break the fourth wall of it's almost like it's shot to be like a reality show, and they have like the cutbacks of people just talking after the action happens or whatever. Holy shit, dude. Like the writing of that show and the acting is amazing. There's not one bad character. Every character like adds something like hilarious.
It's like the first time I started watching that, I was like, how is Gloria, Sofia Vergara, the dynamic between Ed O'Neill? Like, come on, that's not. And then it's like, after a while, I was like, yeah, I get it. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely believable. I don't know how far along you're into it, but Shelley Long is the ex-wife of
Oh
Ed
my
O'Neill.
God, it's fantastic.
Oh my God. Oh, dude. The show is fucking great.
And what an awesome actor Ed O'Neill is, right? Think about this. He played one of the most iconic male characters ever on television, Al Bundy in Married with Children, right?
Yes.
So you're going to think like everything he plays, can I be Al Bundy-ish? In this show, he plays Jay completely different. Like, it's just such a nuanced, like little fucking bit of acting, and he's a different character. And now you believe he's this guy.
Yeah.
Now I feel he's more this guy than Al Bundy.
I know.
Dude, and just the back and forth between Mitchell and Cam literally could be its own show in and of itself.
One of the other
Fucking
things that
great show.
One of the other things, right? Phil, he goes, I'm a cool dad. That's my thing. I'm hip. I surf the web. I text. LOL. Laugh out loud. OMG. Oh my God. WTF. Why the face?
He plays an awesome character. He's like a super dad. He's a realtor. Absolutely hilarious. It's just a dynamic. Obviously, we're not doing it justice by what we're talking about, but if anyone hasn't watched that, holy shit, dude! It was on. Looks like from 2009 to it ended maybe a couple years ago, right?
Yeah, I think like maybe like a year or two ago, it got to like season 10. I don't know. Like Cam, he's like a fucking like I've seen him on ESPN like doing college football commentary. Like he, you know, like when they'll have like a guest like for a pregame. Because he's like a big, I'll never get this correct. I don't know. Let's just say like he's like a big fucking Alabama fan or some shit like that. You know, like he's like a big college football guy. Oh, I love. Again, I don't know how far you're into it. I know you said you started watching it, but I love when Cam is all serious about being a clown on the side.
Yeah. Oh my God. What's the clown's name? Fuck. Damn it, I can't think of it. So Cam's played by Eric Stone Street. And in real life, he's straight.
Yes.
In the show, you would never know that.
Nope. They call that acting.
Oh shit! Is that what it is? God damn it! What's the name of his character as a clown? I gotta look it up now. Fizbo the clown. And fucking and Mitchell hates it.
Did you see the episode where I think it's Chaz Palminteri? What's his name? Chaz.
Yes. When they go out with their wives.
He's the other clown? No. Sorry.
No, I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
No. I think I might be fucking this up. I think I'm fucking this up.
This pause breaks are brought to you by weed. Archie smokes a lot of it.
Oh, yes. All the clowns, including Cam, are dressed up to their clown clothes and makeup to give their mentor the final farewell. At the funeral, Cam meets his former clown partner, Lewis, played by Bobby Carnival. Do you know who he is?
Sounds familiar.
Boardwalk Empire.
Okay, yeah.
What was the other big thing he played in? You know Bobby Carnival.
I feel like Bobby Carnival is like very fair. What? Get it? Like a carnival fair? Fair.
Well, you want to know what? I did a fucking I did a jerk off thing. I said his name wrong. It's like Carnival. He was in a.
That's weird. You saying something wrong? That's fucked up.
He was in The Irishman too. Anyway, that was a really good like that was a fucking because they'll have like guests like famous actors on that show. Ed Norton, right?
Jim Norton. No, not Ed Norton. You're right. Yeah.
Ed Norton was that fucking a surprise guest that he was in like a band. And
she got
bass. Yeah,
Spandau Ballet.
Yeah, fucking great.
And he was the fucking bass player. And Phil's wife got him that gift like very last minute. He's like, "Why the fuck is she getting me this?"
let me ask you something. If your life, like your real life, was like Modern Family, right? And like every time you talk to your mom, your sibling, your better half, whoever it may be, and then you had to talk to the camera, what would you say?
Oh my God. I'm not happy about my behavior or how I acted or yelled.
Like, dude, I can see myself like talking to my wife or somebody like well maybe we should and I all of a sudden I just pan over to the right out the window and I go, this motherfucker.
Yeah. and then she out of her fucking mind. So basically right now I'm a Mophie.
What's a Mophie?
That's what we call ourselves. Those are Modern Family fans. Smokies.
Oh yeah.
What's up?
What season are you on?
I don't know. 6,
Whatever.
5.
Keep it
Did you
going.
see the episode?
They're so quick too, right? If you've been watching.
Yeah. Did you see the episode? The whole thing takes place on Phil's wife's computer, which is in the airport.
Yeah.
Dude, like a completely different episode than they ever do.
But but how funny.
Gave me anxiety, made me laugh, and was fucking hilarious.
It sounds like you having sex.
Oh.
Hey, Rocco.
Yo, son.
I have an Archie
3
pick.
testicles.
I have an Archie pick for you.
Oh, go ahead. Music?
Oh, yeah. On Friday the 13th, the Balck Keys dropped their 11th studio album called Dropout Boogie. Motherfucker, it's good. Now, I'm going to tell you a little something. Back in the day, when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. Well, back in the day, I was dating some girl, and she was like, come with me to, I don't remember. It was like, I think it was the Bowery, and meet me. I got tickets to go see the Balck Keys. And I was like, who? She's like, the Balck Keys. And I was like,
is that a super group between the Black Sheep and Alicia Keys?
I was like, that's kind of racist, no? And she's like, what are you talking about? I was like, she goes, the Balck Keys. Oh, the Balck Keys. I was like, okay, cool. I was like, yeah, I'm down. She's like, just meet me at the Bowery. So I go there. This is like 2004, I think, bro. I go there. I'm online with like fucking hipsters of 2004. Like I'm used to going to see Life of Agony. I'm a Kiss, Springsteen. Like this was like a whole new crowd for me, man. I get in there and I'm like, wow, people are just look different. I'm like, all right, I'll give these guys a shot. I see the girl who I'm dating at a time. We go up to the front, and she knows I love music and everything, and digging. And I look on stage, and there was 1 amp and 1 drum set, and I go, where the fuck is the band gonna play? Are they set up? Like, what the fuck is going on?
They didn't finish setting up yet, did they?
They come out, and there's 2 dudes, and the drum set is set up sideways, and they were so fucking loud, and they fucking, I couldn't understand, why is there no bass player? Like, it was fucking Dan, the lead singer, and Patrick, the drummer, friends from Akron, Ohio, touring the fucking world, touring the country probably, and it was just a sound I've never heard. I never heard this type of sound. This rock, this blues, this rockabilly, so from then on, this girl started playing this music for me, and I got into it. I'm not saying I'm a super fan, but it was just another avenue of that, like, oh, I'm going to listen to Sinatra today. Oh, I'm going to listen to Springsteen today.
Yeah.
It was just an avenue to listen to. So anyway, fast forward all these years, and I always kept up with them. They were on Rogan twice. Very, very, very good interviews. And their album just dropped last week, bro. Dropout Boogie. There's a song called fuck. I can't remember offhand. I think it's number 6 on the like Loving You, or Do You Love Me? Loving Me, featuring Billy fucking Gibbons.
Really?
Dude, they this is one of the albums who they collaborated, like a lot of writers too. Taylor Swift's one of the writers, Billy Gibbons, fucking another act. You got to look it up. Rock, I'm telling you, the album opens up with a song called Wild Child, and you're just like, woo! Not only is it a present day Balck Keys album, but it sounds like 2004 too at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So now I don't know if I've ever heard a Balck Keys song. I have to be honest with you.
Okay.
Is there anything out there that's like that was popular that I may have heard?
Yes, hands down, 100%. It's actually been in commercials. The song Howling for You.
Howling for You?
Yeah.
You sing a couple bars of it?
Yes. It almost starts like off like we were like that sports chant. But
yeah. Hey.
I'm gonna explain through my brain. It's true, baby. I'm howling for you. You gotta listen to the album, bro. You
Still never heard it.
Album.
I'm done. I'm gonna take. I take your recommendation seriously.
Like
because you're right more than you're wrong, pal.
If the people out there and you do me a favor, listen to the Balck Keys' newest album, Dropout Boogie. You will not be disappointed.
Yo, Arch, so we're playing a pretty cool show.
Oh, you gonna let people know about this shit?
We're gonna let them know about it right now.
All right, go ahead. Preach.
Memorial Day weekend, fucking Mem Day weekend, Monday, May 30th.
Go ahead.
We are having the honor of opening up for one of our favorite bands, Life of Agony, at Debonair Music Hall in pretty little Teaneck, New Jersey.
Oh, yes.
So, but here's what's interesting about it, right? So our band, War for the Crown, long and the short of it is,
like your day.
A couple of guys, a couple of guys couldn't make the show, but we said, no, the show must go on.
Mm-hmm.
So, called up Arch, Turk, Rob, Rich, old school fucking Lowdown. We're going to play a set of Lowdown fucking tunes.
Yeah, man.
Now,
it's been a while.
It's been a long time, but it's going to be a fucking great time. How else would you want to spend your Monday evening than hearing us kick out some tunes from fucking 10 to 20 years ago, then watch the mighty Life of Agony?
I might bring the barbecue to you. I might fucking grill burgers on stage as we play.
Fuck yeah.
Just start fucking hitting people. Just start pelting people with fucking with 2 and cheese. Fucking fucking sliding them right in a fucking fotch with a dog.
Oh yeah, but listen, you can't do that. You can't do that weird thing with the hot dogs like you did last time. You were kissing them all, not eating them.
All right, whatever.
You're allowed to eat those things too, Arch. Remember that.
All right, well, yeah.
So listen, if you're in our area, Northern New Jersey, New York area, go to www.debonairmusichall.com. Go to the events page. Monday, May 30th. When you click to buy your tickets, put in coupon code capital WFTC. That's for War for the Crown, capital WFTC. Get a little discount. Come out and support. We'd love to see you. We're going to play some tunes and have a drink with you.
I'll put a link in this episode.
You fucking better.
And in fact, I'll put a link. We'll blast this out on our Instagram and our Facebook and everything. Maybe get some supporters. Anybody in the Northern New Jersey area, just give you a little background. Rocco and I were in a band called Lowdown about 1,003 years ago, and we used to do mostly rap rock when that shit was big. I mean, actually, there's a lot of rap rock that's big nowadays if you listen to like Octane. But
listen, that's how we started off for sure.
They said coming back. Oh, and we're coming back. So I think people could it's advertised as War for the Crown, but it's really the band Lowdown. I think we're gonna fucking have a great time. We're bringing back some old cool songs that we used to play, and it's gonna be a real good time. Another band after us is Kings Never Die, and then Life of Agony on third. We'll let them headline this time. And
we're gonna let Life of Agony close for us.
We'll let they said, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? We said we'll let LOA close for us. So we'll open up the show for them, and they're gonna have something to follow, I think, right? because
man,
we're gonna fucking bring it.
Listen, we haven't played together in years, so the energy is going to be fucking strong, right?
Oh, yeah.
We're not here for a long time. We're here for a great time. Write that the fuck down. Arch, you ready, buddy?
Yo.
I am so excited to have our guest that we have tonight back on the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to cut to the chase. She is the brand new Bellator Women's Flyweight Champion. Welcome back to Not These Two Fucking Guys podcast, Liz Carmouche. What's going on, Liz?
Not much. How are you doing?
Doing great. You won the belt 1 week ago today. Tell me what this week has been like.
It's been a crazy week.
I'm answering fire. Amazing.
Just the support that I had from everybody that was out there. It seemed like when I kept meeting people, that some people flew out just for the fight. And so I'd constantly be hearing like, Liz, congratulations. Hey, we just heard about it. We just randomly stopped into the fight. And so it's been a lot of supportive people, and that's been really great. My friends and family that have been with me for this journey have been losing their minds about it. So just seeing their enthusiasm with moments where I'm kind of like, all right, it was okay. I see them and it's like, oh, okay, here we go. We're back up on cloud 9. So it's been a really crazy but awesome experience.
Oh man, I can imagine out in Hawaii, in front of, from what I gather, like first responders and military. You must, your adrenaline must have been through the roof just walking out there.
Yeah, definitely the post-fight. I was just telling one of our friends that my adrenaline as my career is going on just seems to like lessen. Initially it would be kind of an out of body experience. Like our first few fights, I'm in there watching like, hey, move your head. Hey, don't do that. Oh, that was really bad. Why would you do that? And now I'm in the experience where like, I'll throw a hit. I'm like, oh, I felt that. Yeah, that sucks. Why can't I go back to that time when I was out of body watching like, wow, this is really cool. Now I'm experiencing the first time like this sucks. So it's not as much adrenaline as I would like, but still definitely it's still there. I mean, even like the post-conference interviews, I think like, I don't really feel any adrenaline. I'm like, let me just open this water bottle. I'm like, oh, never mind. There it is.
Last time we had you on, your friend Alima McFarland was the champ. You had talked about then how you guys always said that eventually you guys will fight each other, and it was, that kind of thing. This had to be obviously a different take now, right? Your friend, unfortunately lost the belt, and now you're facing a different opponent. What was the mindset behind that?
It's different when it's not a friend, because you don't have to worry about if you hurt them, that there's any remorse afterwards. You guys can both have a drink together and enjoy it. Whether you win or lose is the great thing, because we were both on the same on similar fight cards. But I mean, this was just, especially Juliana's attitude post-fight and pre-fight, it made it a lot easier to have no remorse or sympathy going into the fight that I would have had with Alima.
Now, do you feel like, because you're always very, very respectful no matter what, but do you feel that like you said, it's easier to fight somebody that you really don't know or haven't met before or run into in the back? Yeah,
I definitely think it's a lot easier because you don't connect to them as a human being. It's in there going in and doing your job, and it's just an opponent. When you actually know the person, I mean, I can remember fighting Sarah Coffin and fighting other names where these are people that I had followed through my career, and I was like, holy crap, I'm fighting them now? Like, holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
And there wasn't, I'd followed her career, but I didn't know her on a personal level whatsoever. So there was no emotional connection or sympathy going into it to worry about. It was just going in there and getting the job done and knowing exactly what I had to do.
Cool.
How does it make you feel? Like a build up to the fight? I forget, what were they were calling it? Undefeated versus undeniable. And you are in a women's MMA legend, a pioneer. How does that make you feel when you hear that, people telling you that?
It's crazy. I mean, when I look back to the history of the things I've accomplished, it makes sense, right? And it's kind of fitting when you think about what I've done historically. But when I think about me and what I went out here to do, it doesn't seem like we're the same person, just because I just want to go out there, and I've always had the same mentality. I want to go out there and I want to fight the best, and I want to be the best. It's not doing it for fame. It's not doing it for notoriety. It's not doing it for any of those things, but it just comes with it. Like if you're going to fight the best, people are going to know who you are, but that was never the goal. And I certainly didn't think that by me always being willing to take last minute fights and being willing to do things, I would start making history. It was like, oh, nobody else to fight Ronda? Yeah, I'll do it. Oh, cool. They're like, do you mind going and lobbying to legalize MMA in New York because it's not legal? And then, hey, as a result, thank you. You get to be the first fight in Madison Square Garden. Wow. Okay. Like all these things, they were just done just because I was just willing to be like, hey, I'm absolutely, I'd love to do that. Yeah, please. Oh, it's 9 days notice for a world title. Put me in. And as a result, it just yielded all these amazing things that I never thought would be possible.
And yet, I feel like you're in the prime of your career where you've arguably never been better. You just won a title in a major promotion, 4-0 in Bellator. I mean, so you got to kind of temper the, usually when you're saying someone's a pioneer, they're long gone by that time.
Yeah. And all those experiences were just the lessons that have helped me just get better with age.
I know that you're a fighter of not, take it for granted and not like, standing still in career wise. So what's next? I know you're enjoying, and you rightfully should enjoy the shit out of this right now. But what's next?
I'm back to train. Like my son and I, as soon as we're done with this, we're going to go do a workout together. And then go on an adventure during the day. And then Monday, I'm going back to training camp just to try and work on all the kinks and the mistakes I made in the fight. I am really big on, I love fighting, and I love training, and I love growing. More than anything, I love learning martial arts, and that enthusiasm and that learning is what feeds into fighting. So I don't want to miss the opportunities to learn. There's a chance for me to go on Monday, and then we have a guest coach, and I'm going to go learn new things. Like I love these opportunities, and I never want to miss them. And the reality is we have kids that are doing this at 4 years old. By the time they go pro, they've been doing it longer than I have.
Wow.
And the difference being is they're young and they're uninjured and they're sponges of information with so many opportunities. So I have to stay on my game. Otherwise, some 18-year-old's going to kick my butt. I'm not allowed to. So I have to stay on it and just ready for another phone call. I told Bellator I'm ready to get back in there. I'm hoping maybe July or August. I don't know for sure. We'll talk with them and see what's on the horizon. I don't think that, unfortunately, with the results of how Lima's fight went, that she'd be in title contention for the next person. Sure. I don't know if that would be Kish or if that would be the results of the Watanabe and Kilholtz fight. But I'm super excited to see one of those two people to be able to be the contender for the belt next.
When you see your name, number 2, pound for pound women's, in the women's pound for pound division in Bellator, that's got to feel pretty surreal, no?
Absolutely. I mean, right side by side with Cyborg. We fought side by side in so many organizations, and who she is as a person, she's such a kind-hearted person. And then she's a savage in the cage. And so to be right there side by side is like, we're the ones dominating in Bellator in the female divisions, and side by side as pound for pound, that's amazing, because I've always looked up to her so much for what she's been able to accomplish and how dominant she is in the sport. So to be side by side with her, it's crazy to think that that's where I'm at now.
It's a hell of an accomplishment. Talk about a little bit about the differences backstage between UFC and Bellator, if there is any. What you seem like you're very, very comfortable in Bellator.
I am super comfortable in Bellator, and I think that's for a few different reasons. One, all the staff, primarily the staff that was with Strikeforce, is now a part of Bellator. So these are all faces and people that I grew accustomed to, and I got to build relationships with when I was in Strikeforce. I really liked in Strikeforce. On top of that, I've been able to be backstage for all the Lima's fights and to corner her. So then I got to know them on another level. So the people that I wasn't familiar with from Strikeforce, I got to build relationships then. And they keep a very small crew. So it makes it really easy. It's not like, I can remember telling UFC like, hey, I have this medical, or I need to submit this. And the person being like, oh, I don't work for the UFC anymore. I'm like, oh, who do I talk to? And it would be like every few weeks, there's a whole new staff, and I could never keep up with the people. And that was always very difficult. Where I'm like, hey, nice to meet. Have we met? I don't know. This is always changing. And that was really difficult. But you get to build relationships with the staff in Bellator, and it's been the same people all 4 fights, and that's great. I'm like, hey, Jane, oh, Kiriana, it's great to see everybody. CJ, like, it's the same people. I'm like, oh, these are familiar faces. Like, I can really hug them because they're the same people, and I just keep seeing them, and it's great. And then there's just a feeling with Bellator that just connects so well. And I think because the staff is originally from Hawaii, so these are all island Hawaiians that, in order to really build the promotion, had to come to the United States and go to California, right? And in a similar sense, I grew up in Okinawa on an island, and then to really pursue my dreams, I had to come to San Diego, California. So I kind of connected them on that level, and I think we all share that. And they're just really down to earth people. They make it really easy. And backstage, it's really smooth. And I'm not there 6 hours before, hungry and waiting to fight. They bring you out a quick, easy, in and out and done. And that's what I love. It's not having to overthink and just wait around until the fight happens.
And I think that's the part that most fans may not realize. The obviously all the stuff you have to do in the back, or like you said, waiting around and it has to, I mean, it obviously shows that when you're more comfortable in the back, you're more comfortable in the cage. It stands to reason.
Yeah, absolutely.
So just getting back to the fight for a second. What won you the fight was the takedown and right into the crucifix position, which was, she literally couldn't go anywhere and couldn't do anything. Is that something that you drill regularly in practice?
It's something I work with Barrett Yoshida. And so one of the things he's most notable for is his crucifix. Like, he builds seminars and can teach anybody in the world how to utilize the crucifix. So it's not actually something that we've worked on. And we worked on it like 3 weeks before the fight. Wow. And then in the cage, it's one of those popular positions that we use with our team, where, like, hey, if you get to this position, you control this underhook, you control this bicep. That opponent really can't do anything as long as you position their hips correctly away from the cage, which is exactly what we saw. She didn't climb up the cage and get free from there, right? She wasn't able to do anything. And so it's one of the positions that we use, and they're like, this is one of our favorite. Not something that we'd worked in a few weeks, but something that we all agree, like, this is a really advantageous position. If you get here, you probably finish most fights. Like, unless you have a really scrambly opponent, really flexible, really strong, this is a position you get to, and it's a game changer, and that's exactly what it turned into.
It did change the game, that's for sure. Being a former Marine and fighting, Archie touched upon it, fighting in front of military and first responders, what does that feel like? I described my first fight in the UFC and with Ronda as having this electricity. And you could feel the atmosphere and the enthusiasm of the people. I felt that same thing with the crowd. It was that same type of feeling where their enthusiasm, their commitment to what was going on, the energy and excitement that they had was tangible. And it was amazing to feel that again. I love putting on a show for troops because I know how much it made a difference in my morale and all my friends and then the people that I connect with. So I knew it could make a huge difference, and I wanted to be able to put on a show for them. And then to be able to be in that position, and Bellator put on a show like that, it was phenomenal. Yeah. I mean, do you ever think about, like, I feel like, and if no one's doing it, Arch, we got to do it. You need to make a movie about your life. Honestly, like the things that you've been through. I'm dead serious. From military, being the first openly gay MMA fighter in UFC, putting the first UFC fight for females on the map, having this journey, and then winning, and the culmination, winning the title in front of military and first responders. I mean, like it sounds like it writes itself to me. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if you had told me as a young Marine that this is going to be the future of my life, I'm like, nah. I mean, that sounds pretty cool, but don't ask, don't tell. No, I can't even be open and honest about this, my sexuality. There's no way that, and I'm going to pursue MMA and it'd be more than just a hobby. Yeah, right. Like, if you told me my future, I would have told you you're crazy, and then you have somebody else, and it's not me.
Listen, you've crushed down barriers.
How is the family doing?
They're doing good. My wife had emergency heart surgery before the fight, and I was trying to get her to heal up.
Yeah.
I I was trying to get her to heal and not come out to the fight, because the last thing you need is adrenaline and excitement and all this rush of emotions. And needless to say, she's stubborn. I met her doing MMA, so of course she's not going to listen to me. So it's been tough trying to get her to heal, and it's been a little bit rough for her, but she's still doing good. And my son, he loved Hawaii. Our close family friends that were out here up until 2 months ago just moved out to Hawaii. So he got to be out with all the kids that he grew up with. So he had a blast out there.
Oh, good. So you had a nice little vacation. You had a nice win out in beautiful Hawaii. I mean, like Rocky says, almost like that's a great week right there, Liz. You're like, you touched upon this before. You're still teaching? Do you still teach?
So for the most part, I do one-on-ones and just do like personal training. But I'm actually, for the month of May, I'm going to be teaching at this school called Alpine Jiu-Jitsu and doing like a little special with them. I usually do women's self-defense seminars there and children's self-defense seminar, but I'm actually going to be teaching some striking and some wrestling classes as well.
Cool. That's awesome.
Arch, look at the belt in the background, Arch. Look at the belt.
Yeah. Dude. That must have felt so great when you got to put that on. It's probably a feeling that, you work so hard, and then to just put that around your waist for the first time. I mean, it must have been so surreal.
It was. We did the pre-fight pictures. We did it with the belt, and I was just holding on to it. And he's like, "All right, so I need you to." I'm like, I don't think I can give this back to you. This just feels right. I'm sorry. I have to fight for it right now. I get a chance to get in the cage. And then, like, honestly, as I'm getting ready, okay, cool. Do they raise your hands and everything? All the times I watch everybody get a belt and been there for it in person, watched on television. I went to walk out, like, forgetting, like, no, there's a belt that's going to go around your waist. But I'm so used to my hand goes up for a win. That's it. You just walk out and it's a great experience. Not that it comes with it. So it's kind of like almost walked out, totally forgot about it.
Ma'am, your belt.
The thing you fought your whole life for? Want to take it with you?
Yeah, exactly. That one moment I'm like, da-da-da-da-da.
Well, listen, we appreciate your time. We are so proud to have you on. We're so happy for you. The joy that this brings to you and your family. Like I said before, you've crushed barriers. You've really done a lot for the sport and people in general, and we appreciate that.
Thank you.
Where can everybody find you?
Yeah, Liz, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. I'm on Twitter, and I'm gonna start getting onto TikTok. That's just gonna be slow moving. I gotta figure that stuff out. Really easy to watch. I'm just not very good at the trend reels, so I'll have to figure that out. But I'm on Twitter and Instagram under I Am Girlrilla, and on Facebook is Liz Carmouche Official.
Thank you again.
Liz, you're
appreciate
out in Cali,
it.
right?
What's that?
Real quick, Liz, you're out in Cali, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Where could you find her, Rock? Walking out in Cali down with a big ass belt around her waist. That's where you can find her.
No doubt.
That belt's going to be in the shadow box at home as like marks and things. Yeah.
Like Rocky said, Liz, thank you so much. This is the second time you're on, and we really appreciate your time.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, the champ, the Girlrilla, Liz Carmouche. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Rock, that's awesome, bro. You know what? You can't have a better champ. Noble.
Better representative.
A better representative. Down to earth, noble, all around good human being. And she's the champ. Like you said, a movie should be made and the story was told. It's awesome. She's great.
Oh, yeah. And guess what? Like I said, she's still in her prime.
Yeah.
Like she's winning. She's 38 years old, winning belts now, and arguably looks better than she ever has.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude.
I can't wait to see
I'm
43 and I look great.
Yeah, the only belt you got is fits a fucking 55-inch waist.
Some people say I'm in my prime right now, like a prime rib.
Oh Lord,
Rocco. With that being said, what do you have to say to the people?
if you just heard us talking to our girl Liz, the girl-rilla, she's a thriller, a killer, and now you know the dilla. Because you listen to Not These Two Fucking Guys podcast.
We out. I have a news for you, pal. I got news for you. I'm bald. I'm beautiful. I'm slightly big.
Husky, we call it. We call it husky.
And I'm okay with it.
I don't think you should change. I don't think you should change for anybody.